Welcome to another episode of the Imperfectly Perfect podcast, guys, where each week I'm joined by some of the world's most renowned faces in the entertainment industry, on the sports field, corporate leaders, and inspirational thought leaders around the world, each sharing their own truths and their personal journeys. Dutch extreme athlete Wim Hof got his nickname the Iceman by breaking a number of records related to cold exposure, including climbing Mount Kilimanjaro in shorts, running a half marathon above the Arctic Circle barefoot, and standing on a container while covered with ice cubes for more than 112 minutes. Using cold, hard nature as his teacher, his extensive training has enabled him to learn to control his breathing, heart rate, and blood circulation, and to withstand extreme temperatures. On with his motto, "What I am capable of, everybody can learn." Wim Hof is convinced that everyone can tap into their inner potential without having to invest the same decades worth of study, travel, and daring. Wim has made it his mission to share what he's learned with the rest of the world. And so he developed the Wim Hof Method, a combination of breathing, cold therapy, and commitment that offer a range of benefits. With his method, he teaches people from around the world, from celebrities to professional athletes to people of all ages, to control their body and mind and achieve extraordinary things. He has not only helped advance scientific understanding, but also accomplished extraordinary feats of human endurance, including 21 Guinness World Records. And these are just some of his memorable achievements: running a half marathon above the Arctic Circle barefoot, only wearing shorts, swimming underneath ice for 66 meters, climbing the highest mountains in the world wearing only shorts, running a half marathon on the Nimin Desert without drinking, standing in a container while covered in ice cubes for extended periods of time, and shown scientifically that the autonomous nervous system related to innate immune response can be willfully influenced, something that was previously unknown to science. So without further ado, it's truly an honor to have you sharing your story, wisdom, and knowledge with our audience. So thank you first and foremost, Wim.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Now, I want to get straight into
I got the pleasure to talk to.
You do. You're speaking to Australia here, Australian audience.
Yeah. Right into Sydney. I love Sydney. It's a beautiful city. But right now, you know, with the ignorance coming from the governments, and I'm not full of prejudice, but don't touch my body, don't touch my mind. That's what I say. Autonomy it should be high in the flag of Australia. Democracy as well. What is happening right now goes against all our core values. Then we have a positive message. Even in these times, we are able to reset our paradigm, reset our power within. Apparently, there's a lot of controlled, confused, a lot of anxiety, depression going on because of it all these regulations. If you learn to get a hold of your own life force, which is the breath control, plus the going into the discomfort like cold water, you will learn to create a platform where your mind is able completely beyond expectancies of what we can, our body and mind. And this is all scientifically based. I just felt at the beginning, and when I began, and then I felt there is more than meets the eye. But how to prove it? I just followed my gut. I went out in nature. I climbed Mount Everest to the death zone in my shorts, or going under the ice, or running marathons beyond the polar circle, even in the desert, as you all told. And then found out what I was doing together with documentary makers that is scientifically considered to be impossible. But I'm a human. I just followed my gut. And following my gut let me out of the box. Let me out of our conditioned mind and modern society. And then, because of going so much out, scientists became noticed what I was doing, and they became very interested, and I became a subject, a sort of a guinea pig in scientific laboratory settings, and show that I could control far more than in science was thought possible by humans to do at will. So there I am. And now I got a positive message. You don't need to climb the Mount Everest like I did, hang by one finger in midwinter somewhere in the cold, and all the kind of challenges, which, by the way, have been beautiful. I love it. I love to do it. I'm not an adrenaline junkie, however, but I want to know the limits of my mind and my body. And I saw them, experienced them, and then I went to be subdued to experiments with scientists, doctors. And they, for example, injected me with bacteria. It's like a virus, deep inflammation. The damaging factor of what is going on right now with COVID is also inflammation. And nobody knows how to deal with it. I know how to deal with it because I showed it scientifically. And it's beyond speculation that the people don't want to get into that. It's because of this, guys. It's power and money and power. Something stupid is going on. It's controlling their minds and they want to control our minds. Otherwise, they don't get this. It's sick. It's a sick society where a healthy economy is based on hospitals, pills, pharmaceutical industry, food industry, and all that makes us dependent on them. Well, where is the unconditional health, happiness, and strength? Where's the unconditional love for life? Just feeling the power from the morning to the evening. What are we learning and teaching our children if we cannot experience independent, unconditional love? And that's what I'm advocating, and I'm showing it through science. So there is no speculation about it. Our positive message here is through breathing techniques and cold exposure to regain a control within yourself beyond your belief, beyond what in science has been propagated, which is so bound to hospitals, medical science, medical understanding, dependency, selling, buying. You cannot buy health, happiness, and strength. You can have it for free. Take the leap into your happiness, strength, and health in control, willfully. That is unconditionally there. We lost this, but here it is. And I bring it to you. I bring it to the Aboriginals. I bring it to all the native people of this earth. And that's all of us. We are all natives to this world, wherein we are born to be happy, strong, and healthy, and capacitated with all the tools to regain the balance. And that is done through techniques now. And I show that in science, and here I bring it to you. Just do it, for God's sake, once. And then you feel, and feeling is the understanding. Because when you feel happy, man, a happy man doesn't go to war. A happy man is not into possession. He's just bloody unconditionally happy. He doesn't need anything. He is there. And you spread it. You spread it like a positive virus. All over. Here I am. Wow, beautiful, huh? It's called life. I love life. That's my journey. A little bit of it. But this is my message. It's there. It's for free. It's simple, powerful, and scientifically endorsed.
So I want to ask you and take you back to that, because like you were saying and so beautifully put there, you are a human and you have learned this technique and you've brought it forward, which I want to talk about. But take us back. Were you just at a place where you was fed up of society and you went out to nature and it's something that just came to you? Because like we spoke about earlier before the show, about there is a spiritual warfare going on as well. So is it something that just drew you to nature?
Absolutely. When I was 12, I was looking at the world at the age of 12, and I pledged myself an oath. I was looking to the world saying, hey, all this abuse, all the wars, all the disease, all the depression, all this cruelty. And people think that's normal. I think it's sick. And I'm going to do something about it. Awareness began at the age of 12. And of course, I did not know what to do. But I just said to myself, I don't know what to do, but I'm just going to start. How? I will be led by something. I'm going to do something about it because it's not right what is happening. And so I began to read into disciplines, into philosophies, doctrines, traditions, practices, all kinds of things I began to do. And that led to a person who is very much in the mind, philosophizing, going. And when I was 17, I took my first icy cold bath, just because I was irrationally attracted to go in. I went in, and it's not the chatterbox, it's not the thinking, it's not the philosophizing. It is the feeling, the connecting to your deeper potential, the way nature meant it to be. And we lost that connection because too much comfort, too much extension tools, too much out there and not in here. And I found it through the icy water, you gotta go in. You gotta, your body is gotta react to the icy water because it's dangerous. So then the inner systems in the depth, they begin to activate. And that is a great feeling. It's an enormous feeling. Russell Brand is a friend of mine, and he said it right. The moment you feel that, but that power is going to be within. That power is going to equalize, neutralize the impact. It's when these inner systems activate to such an extent that you don't feel the icy water anymore because your body has become so strong. And now we protect always our bodies. We destimulate always our bodies, nice and warm, like a hot dog. And we keep on being a hot dog all our lives. And you know what happens? The vascular system, cardiovascular system, then is not stimulated, which contains millions of little muscles. When they are not stimulated, they become weaker. What is killer number one in our society, the Western society, is cardiovascular related diseases. Killed many millions more than COVID. Yep. Many more ever since and every year. So I don't know what they do with COVID, but the real pandemic is cardiovascular. Besides of the mental pandemic, which is depression. Why are they not doing something against that? There are very good for free existent techniques that are able to deal much better than pills and medicines. But it doesn't make money. So there we are. I began when I was 12. To me, something was wrong. And I just started. What I was missing out on was my deep connection. Never learned to find out by myself, by my God. My God became God. My divinity is inside. We have beautiful minds, all of us. Only because we don't give water to the flower inside, it doesn't flourish. It's not there. It cannot be beautiful. Well, we have beautiful tools like the mind, like our heart, like powers inside. They are amazing and they make you feel amazing, but they need to be nourished. And we have gone into a system that is nourishing a system, but not necessarily our happiness, strength, and health. And so I began to work out, go into the cold, change my breathing, which is learning to control the life force. The life force is, this is the life force. Without the life force, you're nothing. I'm nothing. Nobody is nothing. That's the life force. And you are able to alter your biochemistry in the depth through the breathing. Amazing. How simple. It's like looking for the keys. An hour later, you find out, oh, it always has been in my pocket. So this breathing plus the cold gets you to a different state in your own body. Suddenly all these systems are much more activated and they get within your willful reach, willful control. That's neurology. Our will is the captain. Is the captain, the commander of this ship is my will. But if the systems are not working, so strong, but still it is not able to activate those systems. Now we found a way to activate systems and then suddenly begin to neurologically invest within yourself and you realize you are the captain and your body is at your service and you can sail all the waters existent. All the fire. You can always find a neutralizing power for the upcoming obstacles until you reach your destiny. And your destiny is your soul. And it's exciting, it's a great destiny, a great journey it is. It's full of love for life. Because once you feel that control, you feel live. That it is within your reach. It makes you aware and it makes you alive every day past all the fear. Because when you are in love with life, it's like love. When you are in love, you have to want to go to the object of your love. When you have love for life, you have no fear. Soul is on. And we are the soul, and it is simple. We are simply the soul, and the characteristics of the soul is being happy, strong, and healthy. And with that, we create a reality around us of a light, energy, radiant light. And now it is proven that these techniques, they activate the corona radiata. The corona, not COVID, corona. The other corona is a great nerve ending system in our brain. It's called the corona radiata. It's actually the symbol for the crown. All these kings and queens, it comes from the corona radiata. It's a higher control inside our brain. And now the kings don't know anymore what that means, or the queens. They don't know what that means anymore. But we found out in neurology, neuroscience, that we all can become in control of the corona radiata. With that, we become kings and queens. It's like a proud human being, kind human being, kind to the world, kind to everybody. That's a king. And powerful because it's able to guarantee happiness, strength, and health to his children, to his friends, to everybody, because he is there. The soul is there, and the soul is the king, the soul is the queen. And there we are now, because people, when I talk like that, oh, you are from the Bible, etc., and the Quran, not science. It is all gone through science. I'm working with neuroscientists. I'm working with the top researchers on the DNA, immunologists, intensive care, etc. This, what I'm telling, comes from nature and being then experimented on and tested and researched in university hospitals. So it's here. And there is no excuse. Anybody can do this. It's very accessible, very powerful, and it's there for everybody. It's the love, man. The love within yourself. The love within your life force, fully unblocked, in flow every day to you. What we are here all about. And I thank you, and I love being perfect and imperfectly perfect, and it's amazing because life is amazing. And we just want to express our gratitude to life and be very strong and adamant about it. And that everybody has that freedom of expression, to, guaranteeing his own happiness, his own strength, and his own health. Anytime it's forgotten. The government of Australia right now say mandate number A, and I'm able to shut down everything. And what you do are not even happy. You have no control. You want to have control over me? You are not even happy within yourself. It's because of your chronic unhappiness that you want to control others. Because you have a lack therein. A happy man, listen well, a happy man doesn't go to war. A happy man is not into possession. A happy man is not into mandates. These people, as I had a podcast with Cesar Milan, that is the dog whisperer, he said all these leaders, they are just wrong. They are fundamentally wrong. They control their own chihuahua. That's what he said. You know, we have gone so far out, and we lost the connection with the humans and the human principles. With that, we are all equipped to be happy, strong, and healthy, independently, autonomously. So we need our autonomy. And if people begin with mandates like Hitler to put it on us, it's fascism. And it will take its time. Oh, another Hitler is coming. Okay, the world now is arrested. Our minds are arrested. Our freedom and bodies are arrested. And we have to follow them. No, I follow happiness, strength, and health. I showed it in science that I'm very capable of going where science has not yet gotten. All their problems about, say, disease, that is called inflammation, which is the cause and effect of disease is inflammation. All the diseases. And we showed very clearly in scientific trials to get down inflammation. Whatever the inflammation is causing, to depression, to chronic diseases, to autoimmune, we all dampened it 50% within 15 minutes. But it doesn't make money. That is the disease, money and power. To take what is not yours. To take even what doesn't make you happy. But this is the wrong paradigm where we are in. We should become more aligned with our inner power, the way nature meant it to be, to become happy, strong, and healthy. So well, we are there. I am.
Well, we are, like you say there, you said the word clearly before, we are simple souls. Like we literally have everything on access to us, and all the people that I've spoken to, Dr. Jody Spencer, like yourself, it's all we need to look internal and utilize nature with what we've got. And I mean, with your method, I actually started your method when I started this campaign. And when I was in it, gave me so much clarity. And you actually mentioned it there, the divine. Like I reached out to organizations who were doing this and I got no thank you. And I started doing your method and I got so much clarity. And as I would say, downloads. And this blew up within 12 months. And now I'm sat in front of yourself speaking about this stuff because I believe it was led by God as well. Like, yes. We need everything. We are imperfect the way we were made, and we need to tap in to that intelligence that's our God-given accessibility to do it. And
it's divine. It's exactly what you say. It's God-given at birth, and then we get schooled to fit into a system. Come on, guys. We lost the core values. That is autonomy. And to be able to autonomously be in control through our will to regulate our own health anytime. The soul is like eternal, guys. Eternal and unbreakable. Radiate the soul. Without the soul, you're nothing. We are a piece of stinking meat. So let's get back. Make sense therein. You are equipped with the tools to become happy, strong, and healthy. That is the control over the immune system and the energy systems within us. They are within our willful control. That's the way we are wired inside. Only we never went these ways. We didn't exercise it. It's like a baby. Nothing wrong with the legs of the baby, but she is not able to walk yet because the neurology is not activated. We never activated our innate capacity to control our hormonal system, immune system, and energy systems. We should teach this in the primary school to be never forgotten. Maybe you this happened, that happened, but your ability to re-regulate your happiness, strength, and health through the control over the hormonal system, immune system, and energy systems is always there.
Yep.
Whatever you say, it's divine, and it doesn't depend on the Bible or Quran or anything. God is here, and He is everywhere, and He equipped us with all the tools. Just make use of them. Begin to understand that you own your own mind. Nothing more than logical.
It's
nature.
I just think it's perfect how you're saying it, because we spend so much time as a society on external things, validation, TV, this. Why don't we spend more time with nature, with God? Like, because if He's the creator and we can give back to Him, spend more time with Him, with yourself, get back to that, what you said. And I want to live in a world that you're speaking of. And we've just been so conditioned that I do want to touch on, because you do challenges with this your method, and there's so many people, like you say, Russell Brand and everybody doing them now. And I was actually challenged again the other week by a good friend called Jesse. He's obsessed with it over in the US. But for anybody who is going to take the challenge, or in terms of their first ice cold shower, can you just take us into that method to prepare yourself for it?
Just begin with a cold shower. Cold shower, 15 seconds. Second day, 30 seconds. First, you have to understand, we all have a cardiovascular system, which is about us long, inside of us. Capillaries, arteries, and veins. Millions of little muscles. And they are being trained by going into a cold shower, not by wearing clothes all the time, and to be in a destimulated behavior. Then it's not trained. Then the heart needs to beat more, because all the little muscles are not exercised, not stimulated. Once you begin to, with 15 seconds, to train, to activate, stimulate those little millions inside, then the heart rate goes down with 20 to 30 beats a minute, 24 hours a day. That means stress is going to go. That is one. Two, the blood flow will be circulating much better through your body and reaching the cells with vitamins, nutrients, and oxygen a lot better. So your energy goes up and your stress goes down. So take the damn cold shower, because it's divine. The blood flow is where all the magic happens, where the life force is going through. And you are in control to optimize it. Just with a cold shower? Yes, understand that a cold shower is not to be tough. It's actually to make you much more sensitive, much more flexible within your cardiovascular system. A cold shower a day keeps the doctor away, is one of my sayings, but it has great philosophical depth. Just do it. About it. Think about the consequences, which are great. And once you begin to do it, you're going to feel so much better. And if it doesn't work, and it works with everybody, then don't do it ever again. But first, give yourself the opportunity of a couple of days of increased time length in the cold shower. You take the hot shower, but 15 seconds cold. First day, 30 seconds the second. You will feel that easier and easier and easier. And then after 10 days, you are able to stay for 2.5 minutes. You know what happens? You get hooked, because the energy flow is so much better afterwards. And the heart rate goes so dramatically down that the stress, you're going to experience power and peace. Don't you want that? It's all for free. And you got to take the damn shower anyway. You got to clean yourself, man. But clean also from the inside. That is the cardiovascular training and stimulation. And then you are able to go into icy water and experience a being without thoughts. Like when you are in love, you are not thinking, you are feeling. That pure feeling that transcends thinking, that is what is coming from going into the cold. And with that, cold people who go regularly into the cold, especially older people, they never become sick. No more. Why? Because running. It's like a river is flowing. It's amazing. Just the cold. For those who still are hesitant about this, take the damned cold shower. It's good for you. I love you. Take him on.
It's absolutely amazing. I know, yeah, I've never looked back since doing it. And I know so many people are around the world, which must make you proud from being that young boy going back to nature and learning it. And what is that feeling like? Just seeing so many people around the world, from some of the most influential public figures to just everybody like ourselves, just doing it and coming back with testimonies.
Yes, Glenn, it's good for even the pharmaceutical directors and the people who make money over diseases of others with their pills and this and that. It's good for every person in the world. You cannot buy health. You can obtain it. The cold shower brings health. It does. It opens up and optimizes the cardiovascular better than anything else. There is nothing that beats the cold. It really to bring to the surface the connection with your deep potential, the way nature meant it to be. And then you understand life. You understand the purpose of life because you're living it. You are it. You have no questions anymore because you are the answer in yourself. And from there, you go and you radiate health. You radiate good energy from good blood flow and stressless being. And more energy, you become a radiant to the people. And they're going to notice it. It's good energy that will save the planet. Being not only positive by thinking, but your energy, your real electromagnetic energy, when it begins to vibrate, man, you can say whatever is your political standpoint of view, left or right, high or low, Hinduist or Buddhist or Muslim, it does not matter. If it is that electromagnetic energy, then it is always received to other people. Hey, wow, what was that? That is God. God, shapeless God, being divine, bringing happiness, strength, and health. It's like a positive virus, and it is spreading right now. And how does it make me feel? This is my mission. My mission is to bring love to every person, regardless of their background. Doesn't matter. We bring love, and the love it comes through the control of that energy, and that is happiness, strength, and health. Therein suddenly comes the willful possible connection with our will to connect with the deeper potential and the deeper systems to control happiness, which is the hormonal system, the health, which is the immune system, and our power, which are the energy systems within our cells. We are connected with that neurologically, but now we got the connection. And that makes it amazing. And it's not only about the cold shower. It is the breathing and your believing. That capacitates you to innately connect with all these systems to maintain and to flourish within a very lovable power which you are able to transmit to anybody, no matter what. Muslim or Catholic, it doesn't matter. They both will smile at you when you walk by.
You know what? The energy that you just bring off here, and you just confirm some things. So the other day, I went into the city on part of this rally. There was over 200,000 people. And you mentioned something there about you also have to believe. And out of 200,000 people, I stood at the side of the road and there was a little old lady who was speaking to me. The next minute, she showed me a phone with a picture of Jesus Christ. And I said, oh, you are a lady of faith. And she said, I am. And she said, I've got to tell you something. And I said, oh, what? And she said, so I've got a niece who had a tumor. And basically that night I was praying and we did this therapy stuff. And she said, by the morning, it was just, we went for tests and she was all clear because we took her back to nature. And I said, why did you feel like you had to tell me that? She says, because you've got everything, you're moving into your spiritual, but you need to believe with every ounce of your being. That is the divine. And I said, out of 200,000 people, for that to happen, that was a divine meeting. So anybody out there, I want people to think, listening to yourself, listening to what I'm trying to do, it doesn't matter who you are. God, the divine, is using us all to make people realize that doesn't matter your religion, your color, your creed, your social status, we've got everything within our grasp. And a question I do have for you is, I ask everybody on it, with you being through everything you have, and you're a big mental health advocate through personal experience and everything, what does it mean with everything you've learned to be imperfectly perfect, Hof?
There comes a moment that through your belief, you arrive. It's like you leave the car. You don't stay in the car. I've used my vehicle to get where I need to go. The realization of my soul. That's my home. And it's living in my heart. And it is in love. And I spread it. I spread it like a virus. And it's Jesus Christ was 2,000 years ago. It's right here, right now. That's what I'm saying. It's you. God is within you. The light is within you. The science is telling it is the nervous system. No, what is the nervous system? It's electricity. It's potentials. It's light. It's the soul. From the soul comes the light. And that is divine. And it's divine in everybody. So we have to go through this mind and this neurologically clustered, lost way that divorce all the energy, and thus we are not aware of the unconditional being here and now as we are. Beautiful as we are. We don't realize that anymore. And now we found techniques to take away the clouds and let the sun shine. Let the soul uninhibitedly shine. And I get people with cancer. They heal. They heal. And it's through that belief. And belief is neurologically, subtly rearranging what is wrong within you. And we are built to be able to do that. Only we lost that belief. We lost that connection. And with that, the control. We became dependent on hospitals. They come with these horse measures with and pills and medicines and all. And I'm not saying, anti, etc. No, but look at this. Look what we can do within our bodies. It will change the paradigm of what we thought was possible for every human being. We are so much more able to heal if we take that control back through believing. Believing or neurologically investing is the same thing. It is physical. Now they found through experimenting with brain scans, they found Wim Hof has found the secret of and placebo's suggestive power to heal. And then you heal. We are the healers within ourselves. This is what has been shown in science. And because it is not widespread yet, it is still the science of the future, wherein people have so much more control within themselves to release and relieve themselves of personal trauma and ancestral trauma. I'm doing the research with the top DNA researchers of the world right now, immunologists, people from the intensive care, brain surgeons, etc. Even surgeons with Theo. With Theo from Sydney. He's a professor. He's a neuroscientist, neurosurgeon in Sydney. I'm working with him. And they see that this works inside the brain. That we are able to do so much more inside our own brain. We are able to connect with the deepest of our brain willfully. Only go by love. Because we are mammals. We are like humans. And the nature of humans is to be in love for your children and to bring prosperity. The rest is a failure of the mind. It's being lost, confusion, being led. People, once again, when they are happy, they don't go to war. They don't go to possess all kinds of things and steal things of each other. No, it's not there. They are there. So I am into that to show that through the brain scans in that institute near Sydney with Theo, a professor. And he's a great surgeon. I'm working with what is his name? He's a John Winning. John Winning. He is a big. He's a billionaire somewhere there. Also Sydney area. But he's a great guy. He's also a gold medalist sailing, Olympic. I mean, these people are not crazy, and they see it. They bring it on. They come to me. We work together, and we have to change the world and show that we have, by nature, given all the tools to control our own mind. Not 16%, but 100. Yeah. Our subconscious. That we are the healers within us and in our families. That is the healing power, the plasticity, neuroplasticity. It's a fact. And so it's a fact. And we are trying to battle a society that still thinks we need vaccines, we need pills, medicines, and it's all shit and it needs to be controlled, very heavy. People are not able to do anything. Hey man, we are all born to be divine. This is based on science. This is the future, and we are only narrowing the gap between now and the future. Because I keep on until everybody understands that love is the drive, that happiness is who we are, and to share it with all the family members, all my friends, and everybody in harmony with nature. And there we are. And now, me and you, Glenn, we are talking to many millions of people. We tell them, hey man, you see two people talking, two simple people talking. I'm not a professor, I'm better. You know why? Because I came from nature. I came from the way Mother Nature set it all out for us. And she takes care of us. She is divine. She is like God. And that God, divine power is within us. Just live up to it. It's your choice. So I'm asking you, when you would have the tools to get into that choice and to choose happiness, strength, and health over hopelessness, depression, and disease, what would you choose? That choice now is here. And for that, I thank Glenn to get me on his platform to get to you. Because we are here. We take care of you by bringing it to you.
And that literally just went to my last question, which you half answered. But when we talk about just we are simple souls, like you say, you are now working with billionaires and all these people. But like I'm even showing, it doesn't matter. Like people have accolades, they have money, they have this, but we are all human and we've all got that potential power. Just because you've got millions doesn't mean to say that you've got more potential in tapping in than somebody who doesn't. So what is your hope for humanity? And as I said, you touched on it a little bit, but what would you want anyone, even from kids' age, like you say, what's your final words on your hope for humanity?
Yes, just do these breathing techniques. They have shown themselves in science, so they really work to a level thought of impossible to control. That is the autonomic nervous system and the innate immune system that brings down inflammation, which is the cause and effect of disease. So I'm not just talking, I'm talking specific breathing exercises. We got an app for that. It's for free. and you just tap into it and try it out. That's one. By which you will be able to alter your blood chemistry within 15 minutes. Amazing. And another fact is with these breathing techniques that you tap into deeper areas of the brain than a person doing mindfulness for 4 hours a day for years within 10 minutes. So just do these. Then the second is the cold. The cold is able to exercise the cardiovascular system, which is 100,000 kilometers inside, millions of little muscles, bring down your heart beats with 30 a minute for 24 hours. Also when you sleep, then it's down. And accelerated heart rate brings in cortisol, stress hormones. And now the stress will be gone. And then the energy will be going up. Just do these things and you already change your life fundamentally, structurally, very deeply in. And that is past your thoughts. But now comes in the belief, what you think. What you think suddenly is able to control your body. It's not just believing. And I know when you would have the control over yourself, what would you choose? Anger, disease, or health? Power or being powerless? It's all there. It's your choice. And my message to you is, it's there, guys. It's really there. It is that simple. And that it is not taken on is because of money, no longer funny.
So true. And guys, just remembered, if you are interested in learning the Wim Hof Method, please visit wimhofmethod.com for workshops, online courses, and more. And you can also download, as Wim was saying, the Wim Hof Method app for free in the Google or Apple store. So what's next for you now? Obviously, where you are, I don't know if you're like Australia and we keep going in and out of lockdown. What's new for you with projects? I know you've got your challenge going again for mental health.
Yes, tomorrow I got another documentary with the guys who did Seaspiracy and Cowspiracy, a Netflix documentary I'm making in the coming 2 days. Last day, since yesterday, I did another documentary with this guy who did an Ironman on Antarctica. That is 180 kilometers biking, 4 kilometers of swimming, and a full marathon. I did a documentary yesterday with him. I'm so-called his mentor. And that was great. He's a very humble guy. And he was always being told, you cannot do this, you cannot do this. He did this for the first man in the world ever to do that in those extremes. He just did it. That's belief. And that belief we all have. Don't mind. Don't be hindered by any obstacles people tell you to do or not to do. Just go with whatever you feel inside, because you are beautiful. So my next challenges or big events is I got 12 episodes to do with the BBC. I will make people feel autonomously related to their diseases, chronic diseases they have or had for 20 years or 30 years within 4 days. That's what I will show in the BBC episodes. In the Wim Hof's Super Survival is called. It's going to be in January, and then in March, April they're gonna broadcast. And there is a Hollywood film going on about my life right now. And it's in the making, and many more documentaries. And a book is coming up, a new book going into the depth.
Wow, that's just, for anybody listening, guys, I just want to say to you, just listen and let those words soak in, because from that young boy who had that dream to empower the world and to be making a Hollywood movie about your life to impact millions globally now, I just want to say on behalf of our audience, the Imperfectly Perfect Campaign, thank you for everything that you do, Wim. It is truly an honor to speak with you. And this time has just flown, and I could speak all day to you, especially about the divine and spirituality and tapping in. But guys, I just want you to remember, keep having the hard conversations as well, because it's the hard conversations that saves lives. Until next time, make sure you go to wimhofmethod.com and also the Imperfectly Perfect campaign, where you can find all resources to Wim. And till next time, guys, keep safe and keep talking.